Hello ladies, this is my third video, and today I would like to talk about adding beauty to your life at home. One of the things that I did to enrich my home life and homeschooling was use the original Victoria magazines that were printed in 1987, I think was one of the first ones. And to those of you who were not born yet, you might wonder at our fascination with this magazine, but it was the first time in, I believe, decades that we had seen anything published that was on such nice paper and so beautiful. It was different and it was not trend setting. It was not encouraging you to buy something new for your home to make it work, but to enjoy what you had, what your grandmother had, and enjoy life the way that people did in the old days and in the old ways. In the beginning of the magazine, there was always a page that was called Favorite Things or Leaves, and the magazine was called The New Magazine of Living Beautifully Forever. And it had so many interesting things in it that we could use in our homeschooling, and I will show you how it enhanced our home, enhanced our studies. This is a picture of the Favorite Things page. We would pore over this and try to see, how could I make a corner of my house look like this? How could I take a table and arrange it and look like that? And we often already had everything. You could go to Goodwill, you could use things you already had. That's one of the things we liked about this. And the magazine always had a painting in it, which we had never seen before, and so we would go to the bookstore and try to find out more about the artist. This is Edmund B. Layton, I believe. May not be, I haven't had time to really look at that. And in the back of the magazine, we really looked forward to this. And in later issues, they left this out, but it was house plans with the floor plan, and my children enjoyed getting graph paper and making their own floor plans and designing their own houses, and this stimulated their interest in it. So we would buy more books about this and more magazines on house plans, and they all were extremely interested in architecture, in design, in floor plans, and in materials, and in the history of houses and the different styles that went with the different eras throughout time. And so we just expanded from this and bought more books and found games and puzzles that were about houses and art books and all kinds of things that would enhance the home, from a doll house to going on house tours. This really was valuable to us. We could find this in any of these. The second thing that I liked, here's another house plan from 1990 with the floor plan. And another thing that I liked about it is they would take things that were ordinary and show you how you could use them in a beautiful way. Here's a basket used as a tray, which makes a lot more sense if you're taking someone breakfast in bed. And we used to enjoy playing hotel or bed and breakfast and take turns making breakfast in bed for someone in the home. And these magazines just gave us so many ideas to use things that you already had and to arrange them in a way that was beautiful and encouraged beautiful living. This is from 1990. And the other thing that I loved about these magazines is they were for everybody. They were for grandmother and grandfather and children, and they brought the generations together, showing how you could live the way, do things the way that people used to do it today and enjoy it the way they used to enjoy it. For example, I always liked this scene of children playing on the beach, and this changed the way we looked at some of the things we did. They became picture worthy. They became opportunities to think about how pretty it was, how beautiful it all was. And we studied from these things. There's a sandcastle there, and it stimulated our children's interest in life. And also, they weren't always displaying new furniture, but how you could use your old furniture by repainting it and putting it in a different way. And so we really enjoyed this. I think that the old Victoria magazine stimulated a lot of the things that go on. They seem to revive the interest in afternoon tea and the interest in many different things. And every year they went to England, so we got to see an English house and go to an English restaurant, and they included the recipes in here, and we got to read about an English author or an English artist, and just this is from 1993, which it had already been in existence a few years then, but we really enjoyed this magazine. And so the new Victoria magazine is good too. This month there is an article in there about a home in the Netherlands, so you could do a study on a different part of the country, on the food. And there's also Tea Time magazine, and Tea Time magazine, every single issue has a visit to some other place where they have tea, but it's another place in the country, and you can study the culture and the language and the food. And so today, I just want to encourage you to add something beautiful to your life every day. The last two videos, I talked about work and how to get things done and making a list of 3 important things. But I think that you should add one important thing to that list, and that is beauty. Because the Lord said in Ecclesiastes, He hath made everything beautiful in His time. Have a lovely day, ladies, and thanks so much for your encouragement, and thanks for watching. Goodbye.